A Chinese national living in Brentwood was arrested at San Francisco International Airport, accused of flying a drone over Vandenberg Space Force Base. The 39-year-old man, identified as Yin Piao Zhou, was apprehended before boarding a flight to China. Base security detected the drone on November 30th, flying at high altitude for nearly an hour. Investigators found aerial photographs of the base on the drone. If convicted, Zhou faces up to 4 years in prison.
The interesting question in my mind is who is operating these things. I was recently in the United Kingdom where there are similar drone sightings over US military bases. And the concern has to be that these things could be a national security challenge.
The case of the mystery drones over New Jersey is still a big mystery. State and federal officials say they are no closer to finding out who is behind these drones. Nick Calloway covers New Jersey, and he reports some are asking for the military to help out.
It's huge. If you're wondering who's behind these mysterious drones hovering over homes, reservoirs, even a military base, you are not alone. New Jersey State Police and the state's Office of Homeland Security briefed mayors and local elected officials Wednesday, but
they don't have any information.
I'm worried about the fact that they didn't know. I mean, I can accept they don't tell us, but they didn't know?
Well, they knew, but they didn't know who was behind it. This was an incredible, well-reported scoop, Harris, from our colleagues at the Wall Street Journal and confirmed to us by Pentagon officials early this morning. In December 2023, U.S. Air Force commanders at Langley Air Force Base in Southern Virginia, home to the F-22 Raptors, noticed over a period of 17 days, dozens of unidentified drones would begin flying over the base shortly after dusk each night. The Air Force, by federal law, was not allowed to shoot these mystery drones out of the sky. The White House reportedly called for national security meetings to discuss how to address drones possibly sent by a foreign adversary. Adding to the mystery, on January 5th, a Chinese international student, Fengyang Shi, studying at University of Minnesota, was found trying to fish a drone out of a tree in Newport News, Virginia. Images taken by the drone showed aerial photos of the Huntington Ingalls facility, which builds nuclear submarines for the military and Ford-class aircraft carriers. He was then arrested 13 days later in San Francisco with a one-way ticket back to China. He was given a 6-month sentence. The drone mystery remains unsolved, Harris, but it certainly has the attention of Pentagon brass.
Montgomery's Nina Singh, among the hundreds of mayors Wednesday invited to state police headquarters in Ewing for a briefing on the mysterious drones buzzing over the skies of New Jersey.
So I came today hoping that there was going to be some answers. What I got out of the meeting was, don't worry, but we don't know what it is. That is not reassuring.
Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones.
As the briefing was being held, New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew, a member of the House Judiciary Committee, was on TV claiming Iran launched a ship containing the drones roughly a month ago. The mayors we spoke with say that wasn't addressed today.
While we're in there, we are told that via social media that Congressman Van Drew is on TV explaining that he has received word that there is an entity off of the coast of New Jersey that is allowing these drones to fly in and out. Over 180 drones have now been spotted in the state of New Jersey, according to the briefing that we just received.
My reaction was why? Why would they do that?
Former New York Homeland Security Advisor Michael Balboni doesn't think Iran is behind the drones.
On this occasion, particularly when you have these drones operating over key U.S. military sites, and I think that has to be the real concern, is when you have drones operating over key bases in the U.S. but also around the world.
Head to New Jersey, where there are even more questions about those mysterious drone sightings. Mayors say a briefing today failed to provide answers, and now one New Jersey congressman claims Iran is involved.
But the mayor of Mine Hill says he did learn today the drones don't have an identifying radio beacon, which they're supposed to. He wants the federal government to keep drones from flying at night, at least for the time being.
The fact that they have radio beacons turned off, to me, says it's nefarious, and we have to get to the bottom of it.
Again tonight, the Pentagon disputing those reports that foreign entities may be behind these drones that have been popping up now since mid-November. So it remains a mystery at this hour where they're coming from and why they are over our state. There is another briefing we've learned tomorrow at State Police Headquarters, this time with police chiefs. We should also mention tonight the governor, we're told from mayors, not on hand for today's meeting.
Head live to the Pentagon because they are briefing on this right now.
Coming from a foreign entity or adversary?
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
It's looping around the area.
For weeks, the sightings have been piling up from North Jersey to South Jersey.
That's not a plane.
With no clear answers and no one claiming responsibility, concern is growing.
I think when you have unmanned drones that are hovering, that are obviously not the ones that people are getting with 2-day shipping with Amazon, that is a concern to me.
We do not know the particular specifics of what those drones are.
The meeting with the mayors comes only a day after the FBI was grilled by lawmakers in Washington.
We were hoping for a few epiphanies today, and we really didn't get any.
Well, a New Jersey senator is calling for a limited state of emergency after numerous sightings of mysterious drones over the state. The FBI has been investigating the reports, which they have been receiving for over a month. Authorities in New Jersey insist sightings of SUV-sized drones don't pose a threat to public safety. But military analysts say the lack of clear answers from the government points to a larger problem.
Senator John Bramnick says state leaders are baffled by the drones, which have been reported up and down the Garden State.
Apparently, it's only the Department of Defense that has the sophisticated technology that could find out where these drones are from and where they're going. And that's what I said to the state police today. Bring in the Department of Defense.
The FBI is leading the drone investigation. They appear to be equally as perplexed.
What is going on in New Jersey?
A top FBI official testified before Congress on Tuesday.
We do not attribute that to an individual or a group yet. We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that.
FBI Assistant Director of Critical Incident Response, Robert Wheeler, was asked if the public is at risk.
There's nothing that is known that would lead me to say that, but we just don't know, and that's the concerning part.
They don't know if there is a threat or not. And there was one incident where apparently a state police helicopter had a large drone underneath it while it was flying, and then that drone turned off its lights and took off.
Pentagon officials say the drones do not belong to the U.S. military, and they do not appear to be coming from a foreign adversary. In Scotch Plains, New Jersey, Nick Calloway, CBS News, New York.
Well, that's good to note. And late this afternoon, Monmouth County Sheriff Sean Golden calling on Governor Murphy to declare a state of emergency and issue an executive order banning recreational drone use during nighttime hours. To be continued.